Hi friend, I don't even recognize myself in this video. I was just recovering from cancer and chemo and I look a little different, but the recipe's good. Hi there, I'm Renee and welcome back to my Kudos Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making some radishes, roasted radishes, and I'm going to actually use the tops, the leaves, for the radishes for something different. I'm going to saute them like you do spinach. I've not done that before, but I thought that would be interesting, and I have read that they are totally edible, so let's give that a try. But anyways, here's our harvest from this year's vegetable garden so far, the first harvest of 2022. I'm pretty impressed with how nice our radishes look, and of course they look a lot better once they're cleaned. And I've thoroughly washed the leaves and the radish roots themselves, took off all the grit and dirt. So time to prepare. So I have my handy dandy salad spinner here. So once I remove the greens from the radishes, I'm going to put them in here, give them a good spin, dry them off as best I can. I'm also not planning on taking too many of the stems, mostly just the leaves. So I'll do that, and then have the radish, of course, which I will put aside for roasting. This I'll discard. You probably could also throw this in a bag and freeze them and use them for soup, soup stock. That's a good idea. And whatever else you find that is a straggler from when you cleaned. And then the leaves will go into the salad spinner. And I will continue this same process with all my radishes. Radi. No, I'm sure that's not correct. Radish bowl, garbage bowl, salad spinner. I got them all done, and here is the garbage bowl, or like I said, you could use it for soup stocks or compost them, or if you have chickens. I would think this is, well, I don't have chickens, I'd like to, but anyways, another story for another day. Yeah, maybe they would enjoy eating those, or if you can think of something else to do with the radish refuse, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, and here are the tops, the radish leaves. So I'm going to put them in the spinner and see how much water we get out. I think too, what I'm also going to do is chop these into smaller pieces because I think they'll be easier to eat after they're sauteed. So anyways, there they are, nice and dry, or drier, I should say. Yeah, we didn't get out tons of water, but there is definitely water in there. And then the radishes themselves, what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to have them, and the larger ones I will quarter. I ate one of these radishes out of the garden the other day, and oh, it was very spicy. However, if you're a fan of radishes, you'll like to eat them plain. I tend to like them to be roasted, and then they turn kind of mild and not nutty. I wouldn't necessarily say nuttiness, but they're very mild and mellow, and they're quite delicious roasted. So I do hope you'll try this. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. You want them basically the same size, so they will cook at the same rate in the oven. And then if there's any long, like hairy roots, I used to go to school with him. Sorry. Anyways, you can remove those. Also, like I said, I'm gonna chop these up just to, there's something satisfying about chopping of lettuce or kale or now radish tops. It's just, I love this sound. Okay, just make them a little bit more bite-sized and easier to eat. And there's a lot, and because they will wilt down, you might think this seems like an excessive amount right now, but wait till it cooks. We'll probably get, I don't know, less than half. It probably will be in volume, I'm guessing. Penny wonders who I talk to. Who am I talking to? Somebody must be here. She doesn't know you're here. She doesn't know you're visiting me today in my Kudos kitchen. Kind of gonna guess they'll be bitter, so I'm gonna taste and cook as I go. So I'll, add things and decide what's needed as I cook. So here's the pile of greens. Here's the pile of prepared radishes. Kind of like medium heat. It's been heating up for a minute, so it seems a little too hot right now. I'm gonna just turn it down a pinch, my flame. So 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm gonna go with, tablespoons, and then roughly 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And add my radish tops to the pan. So that's a pretty sound. I think after it wilts down a little, then I will season them with salt and pepper. So I'm going to put the cover on and let them go probably a couple of minutes. Okay, so moving on to the roasted radishes. I did check my website, got the recipe, because I want to make it like I did, I think it was back in 2011 or maybe even 2010. I don't really recall because I forgot to look at that part. But anyways, I want to update the post. So here's the prepared radishes. What I will add is roughly, I'm going to say 2 tablespoons of olive oil, about 1 teaspoon of salt. Again, I'm using the pink Himalayan salt. Use whatever you have. But I really like this salt lately. Seems like a lot, but there's a lot of radishes in there. And then fresh cracked pepper. And then what I think really makes this recipe unique is I added ground coriander, which coriander are the seeds from the cilantro. So then they get the seeds, they ground them up. There you have it, ground coriander. It's just got a brightness and a freshness about it. About a teaspoon of ground coriander. I've never made my own coriander. I never have luck with cilantro in the garden. I don't know why. So roughly a teaspoon. Okay, and then I'm gonna stir this up or shake to coat. I was preheating my oven to 425. If you heard that beep. It's done preheating. I just don't want to get my hand, normally I would, but because I'm filming, I don't want to get my hands all greasy right now. Oily. And this works really fine. Just toss and flip. You can see they're all pretty nicely coated. I did cover a baking sheet with foil, and I also sprayed it with some olive oil spray. Okay, that's probably good. I'm gonna spread them out in a nice single layer. It looks to me to be about 2, maybe 2.5 cups of prepared radishes. So that looks good. Now they're gonna roast in the oven at 425, like I said, for approximately 20 minutes. Now after 10 minutes time, I'm going to go in there and stir them around and then pop them back in for another 10, 15 minutes at the most. And after that, what I've done is I will drizzle them with honey right before serving, just to take away some of that. Not that they're gonna be bitter because they will be roasted and mild, but it'll just give them a little extra yum from the bees. So anyways, this is going in the oven. Alexa, set the timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now. Would you like to begin your day with pleasant bird chirping sounds?
No. Thanks, though. So here they are, all roasted and soft and delicious. And now I'm going to give a little squeeze of honey over them. Not too much, just a little. There we go. Oh. You guys, these are going to be so good. You'll be pleasantly surprised, I swear. Just try it. So I'm going to top the greens, the little greens nest, with the roasted radishes. How pretty is this? I mean, seriously. Makes a nice side dish that you don't see many places. Any places, maybe. But how pretty. And then, I mean, they could go for a little bit of parsley on top if you feel it's needed. I don't necessarily feel it's needed. Let the radishes be the star. I'm gonna eat one. Here's a tiny one. Oh gosh, they're so soft. And they're really, really tasty, you guys. Try it, you guys. I think you'll be very well pleased. If you stuck with me through the entire video, thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you know. By the way, my cancer is gone and I'm feeling great and doing wonderfully well. So I appreciate the support. It's time to eat. For the full recipe, please visit kudoskitchenbyrenee.com.